It was a normal day at work. I was supposed to have flown to Peru the night before, but I decided to cancel the trip. We had been to lunch, great lunch, and I started getting the worst headache of my life. It was a pain that I have never felt before in the back of my neck. And I thought that if I calmed down and relaxed, that I would feel better. I saw that it wasn't getting better. I got up and I called out for my secretary. She came and she saw that I was beginning to lose my balance, and she screamed out for help, and she called my partner, Lourdes Peters, and she came over and she realized, she says I was pale, white, and called 911. It was the worst experience. I kept telling her, I don't want to die here. Please don't let me die here. And she kept telling me, you're not going to die here. Don't worry. I'm not going to let you die. And I kept asking her to please call my husband, call my husband. Finally, the ambulance got there, and they took me downstairs, put me in the ambulance, and Lourdes went with me in the ambulance to the hospital, which was the hospital very near our office. From there, about 2 hours later, I was transported to Baptist Hospital, where we felt that there they did the procedure that I needed. By that time, they already knew that I had had an aneurysm. I did not. They were trying to keep it from me so that I wouldn't be nervous. They said, we need to take you to one of two hospitals, either Jackson Memorial or Broward General. So I had my husband call Lourdes, my partner, and I got her on the phone, and he said, do you realize it's 2 o'clock in the morning? I said, I need to talk to her. So I get her on the phone, and I said, I've had a brain aneurysm. And she says, yeah, because she didn't realize that I knew. And I said, I need to go to either Broward or Jackson. Where do you want me to go? Now, can you imagine doing that at someone at 2 o'clock in the morning, making them make that kind of decision? And she said, Jackson. And I said, okay, thanks. And I hung up on her. At 7 o'clock in the morning, when she telephoned my husband, he was hysterical because I was still there at Baptist waiting to be transferred. And she said to him, hang up, I'll call you back. From I've learned later, she telephoned Bupa, and it had not been 30 minutes, and there was an air ambulance, a helicopter, at the hospital, at Baptist Hospital helipad, waiting to pick me up to bring me to Jackson. We arrived at Jackson. I met my doctor. He explained to me what had happened, the procedure that they were going to do, and I was like in a daze. To me, it was someone telling me a story of what they were going to do to someone else. After this, I went into surgery. I believe I was in surgery for about 5.5 hours. Statistically, 50% of the people die on the spot. The other 30%, I've been told, die either en route to the hospital or during surgery. The other 10 end up with some kind of problem, and 10% end up, as I have, thank the Lord. And when they came out of surgery, my family and everyone that was there waiting for me, they did not know whether I had lived or died. That's the moment where they were going to find out. And my husband was called on his cellular and told to walk at the end of a yellow line behind some doors, and someone would come out to talk to him. He looked over at my partner and he said to her, come with me, because he was so anxious and afraid to see what the news was going to be. During that wait while I was having surgery, my family was taken to a room from, now I understand it's a Bupa room, at the hospital. From the moment we arrived, the international department at Jackson, which is very closely associated with Bupa, they were there for my family. They were there supporting them. They were there bringing them food. Imagine that this was a moment where my family's stress level was at its very highest it's ever been. My children, my 86-year-old mother. They were as stressed out as a family could possibly get. And the support that we got from these people was unbelievable. After I got out of surgery, I was taken to intensive care. Every day that I was there, without a single day passing, I had a representative from Bupa or the international department visit my room every single day. The room that I was in, which was made available also by Bupa, was a suite. And this made it easier for me because I could have family members stay with me. For the first days, I couldn't get up, I couldn't lift my head. All of it was just easier because of our relationship with this company. Having Bupa and USA Medical to guide you through the red tape, to take you by the hand, and through all the processes that we have to go through today as patients, it makes a very, very big difference. And again, I was able to enjoy that difference and be a survivor of that difference. I had special treatment because I came through Bupa. I am so grateful to every single person in this company for every phone call, for every card that I received, for every person that was involved in this occurrence that happened to me. I realize now that without them, I would not have survived this event. My husband, who showed me such love during this episode that I don't know what I would have done without him either. You wonder, how can something this huge happen to someone so healthy in a circumstance when I have no stress, I am not sick, I don't have high blood pressure, I don't have any ailments, and yet I'm sitting down and I have a near-death experience. I really, really feel that I'm here with you today because thanks to the hand of God and the help of Bupa.